كل نفس ذائقة.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Dear brother. The recitation of Yasin, Surah Yasin. Many people, what do they do with Surah Yasin? They start reciting Surah Yasin when they've been invited to somebody's house and there's a deceased there. They begin reciting Surah Yasin. Everyone get Quran, let's recite Surah Yasin. There's a narration. However, the narration is weak. The narration does say when the person is dying, to recite Surah Yasin when the person is dying, not when they're dead. Because of the weakness of the hadith, you shouldn't do it when the person is dying. More so when the person has actually died, because there's absolutely no foundation for that at all. Only do that what was legislated for us, that what will benefit you and that what will benefit the dying or the deceased person. Don't think that you can do something or say something or offer anything that the Prophet ﷺ didn't do or didn't advise us to do. And even the statement of the Prophet ﷺ that there's nothing that will bring you closer to Jannah except that I've told you about it. And there's nothing that will take you away from them, protect you from the hellfire except that I've told you. So what is the correct time to recite Surah Yasin, by the way? The correct time is whenever you like, and when you're alive recite Surah Yasin, but not specifying it to when the dying person is there or the dead person. So a person dies, that you should close their eyes. The Prophet ﷺ told us, إِنَّ الرُّوحَ إِذَا قُبِضْ تَبِعُهُ الْبَصَرُ, that if when the soul is taken, that the eyes, that they follow it. The eyes that they follow it. Now we can't ask that person, what's the reality, what you're looking at. They're living in a different dimension almost, if you like. But you will find on many occasions, as the Prophet ﷺ informed us, that when the soul is taken, the eyes that they will follow, it is like that they are staring at something. The eyes will follow the soul as it is going. You should also make dua for the deceased. Ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to forgive them, to have mercy upon them. You should cover the body as well. You don't leave them open, cover them. Aisha radiallahu anha mentioned that when the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, when he passed away, that his body was completely covered with a soft embroidered sheet. So you cover the deceased. You don't just leave them open like that, you should cover them. Except for the one who is, does anybody know any exceptions to that?
Yes,
the martyr and? Anyone else? Yes, the one is the Hujjaj or the one who's in a state of ihram. You don't cover their heads or face, that is. The rest of them, of course, you cover. Also, to hurry the funeral. Don't delay it. Be quick with the funeral. The Prophet ﷺ said, أَسْرِعُوا بِالْجَنَازَةِ, hasten, hurry with the funeral. If it is a soul, if it is a righteous and a good person, then you bring it forward, that righteous person, to their good destination. And if it is an unrighteous or a bad person, then you remove the evil from your necks quicker. So in both scenarios, it is good. If you've been in countries where you find that people are carrying, they're carrying, the trolley or the coffin or whatever that they are using to carry the body, and they go quickly, and they were almost running, if you like. Quickness or the quickness of the Janaza is not just at this stage, but at every stage. If you know that there is paperwork to be done, do that as quick as you can as well. Because there's a haqq, it is the right of the deceased that they are to be buried quickly. And that they should be buried in the place that they died. You don't transfer them. It is against the sunnah. It is against the sunnah that they are to be buried in other than the place that they died. To move one body to another from one place is against the sunnah. Should be avoided. Shouldn't be done. And even if the person was to write in their own will, wherever I die, please take me back to my birthplace, or have me buried in Medina, which Saudis won't let you do that anyway, but it's not to be done. The place that you die is where you're supposed to be buried. The moment that we know that a person has passed away as well, is that if they have any debts, their debts should be paid off from their own wealth. From their own wealth. If they have money that is part of their wealth, before it is distributed to any inheritors, that any debts they have, that they should pay that off, even if it means all of their money is gone. No inheritors get anything. The debt has to be paid first. That's the priority. Even the preparation of their own funeral, purchasing their own cloth, and whatever costs there are in the funeral should be taken from their wealth. If somebody decides that they want to pay for it as a sadaqah, it's fine. But if there's nobody coming forward to do that, it's taken from their own wealth.
آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات لنبوئنهم من الجنة غرفا